If you're trying to figure out whether a woman is open to sleeping with you, the first thing to watch isn't her clothes or whether she laughs at your jokes. It's whether she begins allowing herself to be emotionally open around you. Most men miss this because they focus on body language while ignoring emotional language. And here's the reality. For most women, physical intimacy comes after emotional surrender. If she doesn't feel safe enough to be emotionally exposed, she won't open the door to anything physical, at least not in a meaningful way. Vulnerability is quiet. It's not her unloading childhood trauma. It shows up in the small ways she starts sharing things she doesn't usually tell people. Maybe she talks about her insecurities. Maybe she opens up about past heartbreaks or fears. Sometimes she even says, "I don't usually talk about this," and then goes ahead anyway. That sentence is gold. It signals that she's stepping out of her protective shell, not because she has to, but because you've made her feel safe enough to. And that sense of safety changes everything. A woman might feel surface-level attraction, but she won't act on desire unless she feels emotionally understood. Women are constantly scanning for emotional cues. Can I trust this man? Will he treat me gently after I open up? Will he make me feel ashamed of what I share or what I want? If her body doesn't answer yes to those questions, her desire stays locked behind emotional walls. You won't see it, not because it isn't there, but because it hasn't felt safe enough to come out. What many men don't realize is that emotional vulnerability isn't weakness. When a woman lets you into her private world, she's not just showing interest, she's giving access. She's saying, "This part of me isn't for everyone." And if you meet that vulnerability with presence, grounded attention, and zero pressure or ego, you build trust. And trust unlocks a level of intimacy most men never experience. This is where emotional intelligence becomes critical. The moment she opens up, how you respond determines what happens next. If you dismiss her feelings, shift the topic, or react awkwardly, she'll shut down again. But if you hold space with maturity, validate without trying to fix, and listen without interrupting, you're telling her, "It's safe to go further with me." When a woman feels safe, her body and emotions relax. Desire moves from the background to the forefront. What felt casual suddenly turns electric, not because you performed, but because you allowed her to be real. So pay attention when she starts revealing her inner world. Don't see it as just emotional. See it as intimate. A woman won't undress her body until she feels safe undressing her soul. And the man who understands that doesn't just become attractive, he becomes unforgettable. When a woman's flirting shifts from playful to personal, it's never random. It's a signal, subtle but intentional. If you're not tuned into the emotional current beneath her words and body language, you'll miss what she's actually communicating. For women, flirting isn't always about what's said, it's about what's being risked. When she starts investing more personal energy, crossing the invisible line from casual attention into intentional connection, her interest is deepening into desire. At first, she may laugh at your jokes or give standard social cues, smiles, eye contact, light touches. But when her flirting moves from general to specific, that's when things shift. Her compliments stop being about how you look and start being about how you make her feel. Instead of, "You're funny," it becomes, "I feel different when I talk to you." That difference matters. This is where emotional awareness separates average men from deeply connected ones. When a woman compliments your presence, your energy, the way you carry yourself, she's leaning in. She's opening the door a bit wider, seeing if you're emotionally intelligent enough to understand what she's really saying. "I feel something here, and I want to explore it." Her body will usually follow. Notice how she positions herself. Does she lean closer when you speak? Does her body soften? Do her touches linger longer or feel more intentional? Women often signal readiness through small, repeated choices. She may never say, "I want you," but she shows it through tone, timing, and tension. When flirting turns personal, it's no longer about fun. It's about connection. She's testing emotional intimacy, seeing if you can meet her between curiosity and chemistry. That's where attraction grows, through shared energy, not just shared jokes. What separates the man who's remembered from the man who's ignored is simple. He doesn't rush. He doesn't treat these signs as permission to push. He receives them calmly. He deepens the moment instead of skipping ahead. He makes her feel safe inside the connection she's creating, which encourages her to open even more. When a woman flirts with intent, she's not testing whether you're fun, she's testing whether you're aware. If you can read the signals, match the rhythm, and respect the emotional space she's offering, physical intimacy becomes a natural progression. She doesn't need convincing. She simply chooses what already feels right. So when her words deepen, her laughter lingers, or her gaze holds a second longer, don't just react. Recognize it. She's no longer flirting with the world. She's flirting with you. And the man who sees that, honors it, and builds on it without pressure becomes the man she wants to go further with. One of the clearest signs a woman is open to something deeper, emotionally or physically, is how she positions herself around you, literally. Physical proximity becomes its own language. The body expresses desire long before words do. When a woman consistently finds reasons to be close, standing nearer than necessary, brushing past you, choosing to be shoulder to shoulder instead of across the room, that's not coincidence. That's comfort. That's interest. She's testing intimacy without saying it out loud. What matters is how you handle that energy. Physical closeness isn't always about touch. Sometimes it's about space. A woman reduces distance when she wants to feel your presence more fully. It's a form of unspoken consent, not for sex yet, but for emotional access. She's saying, I'm comfortable here. If she lingers, that closeness is welcome. People naturally keep distance from those they're not drawn to. So when she turns toward you, lets her knee brush yours, or positions herself so your energy meets hers, it's intentional. Women don't offer physical closeness casually. They offer it to men they want more from. The key is not to assume. It's to respond with awareness. A man who's grounded doesn't rush. He receives the moment with patience. He understands that an opening door doesn't mean walk through it immediately. It means allow tension to build so she feels like she's choosing, not reacting to pressure. When you do that, desire rises naturally. She becomes emotionally available, and while touch may not happen right away, the decision has already started forming. Her body is already saying yes. Don't miss the silent signals. Physical proximity paired with emotional openness is intentional. It's invitation. The man who recognizes it without rushing doesn't chase. He holds his ground and lets her come closer. Sometimes her body says everything before her words catch up. There's also a moment when conversation shifts beyond surface banter into something more raw and intimate. You'll notice when she steers the dialogue toward sensual topics. She might ask about your past relationships, your views on chemistry, or what you find attractive. These aren't casual questions. They're tests. She's assessing your emotional maturity and your ability to handle intimacy without losing control. Most women want to express their sensual side, but they don't feel safe doing it with most men. Many men either rush and over-sexualize the moment or shut down and make her feel judged. So when she finds a man who can hold that conversation with calm confidence, she leans in emotionally first, physically soon after. These conversations are her way of saying, I want to explore this with you, but I need to know who you are when things get real. If you respond with curiosity, clarity, and steadiness, trust builds. And when a woman trusts the moment, she gives herself to it more freely. The key isn't pushing sexual energy. It's showing you can go there without needing to stay there. That balance is rare and powerful. Once she feels she can express desire without shame, attraction deepens. Not because of what you said, but because your energy told her she was safe. When desire meets safety, it becomes magnetic. So when she brings up intimate topics, lean in with presence, not desperation. Let her see you're grounded emotionally as well as physically. When you do, she stops wondering if she should open up and starts wondering how far she wants to take it. Another powerful sign is when she mirrors your confidence. When a woman matches your energy without resistance, attraction has shifted from passive to active. Healthy confidence doesn't dominate. It invites. It creates a space where she feels seen, not pressured. When she feels that, her voice may soften, her posture opens, her teasing carries more charge. That's alignment. She's not trying to please you. She's responding to the safety of your presence. This mirroring isn't permission to rush. It's a shared frequency. She's saying, I feel this too, and I'm not pulling away. A boy rushes at that point. A man matches her pace. He builds tension instead of breaking it. That's how desire grows. When she mirrors your confidence, she's offering emotional consent. Quiet, subtle, but powerful. Respect it. Respond with the same grounded presence that created it. Finally, one of the most overlooked signs is time. She starts making time for you in ways that don't make logical sense. She stretches conversations, stays longer, rearranges her schedule. Time is emotional currency. People don't invest it where they feel nothing. When she chooses to give you more of it, she's extending the emotional runway, seeing where this connection could go. This isn't boredom or politeness. It's intuition. She feels potential and wants to explore it. In these moments, she's watching to see if you can handle the opportunity with awareness instead of pressure. Most men either rush or miss it entirely. A grounded man feels the shift and chooses presence over performance. When a woman gives you time that breaks her own rules, she's following feeling over logic. The man who respects that becomes someone she remembers and trusts. Extra time is never random. It's desire in motion. Honor it. Because the man who understands that her time is relational, not accidental, is the man she chooses when she's ready to go further, not because he asked, but because he earned it.